Hi guys, my name is Jocelyn Graham. I am coming to you from Bossier Parish, Louisiana, specifically Kingston Elementary School in Benton, Louisiana. You are about to watch my amazing 5th graders who are doing lesson 13 out of the Birch Bark House unit of the guidebook. It's one of those special lessons that's also embedded into our social studies curriculum and our scope and sequence. The main objective of this lesson was for students to put themselves in Christopher Columbus's shoes. Admittedly, these are very nasty shoes a lot of the time. They have analyzed how others have described Christopher Columbus, how poets have made him sound valiant, and how some history books have a lot of bias, and we have developed some opinions, but we have not actually heard from Christopher Columbus himself before today. And today we got to read his words and kind of match it, not kind of, expertly match it with our social studies knowledge to see what we think his point of view truly was. What do you need to know about my class? First, we don't lack personality, nor do we have an absence of any kind of learning style. We have them all. Our reading levels span about 6 years from the bottom to the top. We are seated in heterogeneous Kagan groups based on the Kagan suggested or recommended seating arrangement. I bet you have a hard time picking out the bottom to the top kids, and I hope that that is true because I feel like we're all supported to succeed, and I hope that you see exactly what I see when I look at my class. Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Good morning, yes?
Good morning, yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted. So what have we been talking about every single day? What are we experts in, Lacey?
Christopher Columbus.
We are experts in Christopher Columbus. Who is an expert in Christopher Columbus?
We are.
All of you. Raise your hand because it's you. Okay, hands down. We have read a Christopher Columbus poem. We have read chapters of Who Was Christopher Columbus? We have read out of the textbook Who is Christopher Columbus? We've had probably 1,000,000 passages on who?
Christopher Columbus.
Stinky Columbo guy.
1 second. Shine my shoes faster! Yeah, wasn't his name Columbo?
I guess so, it doesn't matter. So, he is on his way to France. Fan me, I'm getting hot. He's on his way to France and we can't let him get riches for them.
What's up with you in France?
You know I hate that old queen. She's so annoying, and so is Columbus. But we have to get him on those 3 old rickety ships and send him on his way.
But who's gonna help him?
We can send him those old, stinky, smelly fisher guys, or prisoners, or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you think about that, they aren't really worth it.
Okay, well let's just get on with it. He's on his way and he can't make it there. Let's go.
Class?
Yes, yes.
Mirrors on?
Mirrors on.
Illustrious means wonderful.
Illustrious means wonderful.
Mirrors off?
Mirrors off.
Turn and teach your neighbor any words that you don't know. Teach. Yeah, I think the Indians are scared of Columbus because even though they have our stature, it says whenever they send like 2 or 3 men, they like run away.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
I agree with that.
I would make it more okay that he took some of them by force? No, listen. Your Queen Isabella. And you get this letter about Christopher Columbus saying he took some Native Americans by force. But the Native Americans are monsters. So is that okay? Maybe like a little bit in your Queen Isabella mind? I mean, like, turn on your Queen Isabella mind. Teach.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, so does everyone know which paragraph they are in charge of?
Yes.
Everyone understands you're teaching the rest of us.
Yes.
Become a genius on your paragraph, please. Teach. Expected them to give a lot? No. Why not? Why would the Spanish not be used to people giving them things?
Maybe because they're not used to like that kind of treatment. Maybe they've been like treated differently from that.
What do we know about the Spanish and how they treat people?
They don't treat people good. They just conquer everything.
So, are they used to being given things?
No.
No. What do they do? They conquer.
So the main idea of paragraph 3, it's mainly talking about like how Columbus would send out some of his men to go to these tribes, but all the tribes that he would go to were very timid.
Okay, so our big question is, what is Columbus's point of view in his letter to the treasurer of Spain? Okay, so we have talked about how everyone else views Columbus. How does Columbus view the Native Americans? All right, we have our partners that you've been working on with this unit. Your big task today is to make a flip grid and then evaluate your flip grid and your classmates' flip grid to see just what you said in your video to answer our big question. Can't wait. Okay, we need to put our classroom together to put our studios up, so I need some help. I need one person from every group to come get a tent. And I need, please, for Tristan and John Michael, will you get our microphone set up on the stage? Thank you.
Point of view from Columbus's real writing that he sent to the treasurer of Spain that we used to analyze what his point of view was when he really wrote it.
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
Okay, so we have another person from Iowa, Michigan, who has another question for us.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, why did he write this to him whenever he knew that there were people on the island and he knew they could come any minute because he didn't know that they were bad people?
Okay, so he wrote this because he knew that he wanted to tell everybody that he was the one who was writing this, not any other person that was on the voyage. It was Columbus. He also captured some of them to convert them to Christianity, and so he would like force them. He would be really aggressive with them and just be like, "Follow me." Yeah.
Okay, so have you ever gone back, like when you're riding home with your mom and she's like, oh my gosh, I loved your flip grid. Have you ever watched it again and been like, oh, I meant to say this? Or I accidentally called her Queen Elizabeth instead of Queen Isabella. Please raise your hand if you've ever done that. Okay. And a lot of you come back, hands down. I know that we're perfectionists in here, so a lot of us have come back to me later and said, Miss Graham, I need to refill. Can I try that again? I didn't like it. So, today we are going to evaluate our own flip grid. Say woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, so on your paper, I need you to please write the big question, which is, real fast, what was, because he's not alive anymore, what was, Chris, we can say CC's, not pizza. Please write on your paper. Thank you. Thank you. What was CC's point of view? And then a question mark. Okay, as you're watching your video, everything you say needs to answer that question. That was a really fun day. As far as were lesson objectives met, I would say yes. Students walked away with more knowledge about Christopher Columbus, first off. They also walked away having really put themselves in Christopher Columbus's shoes. In the following little clip I'm going to show you, it's some of our highlights. It's spliced together from all of our flip grids, and you will see that some of them literally decided to put themselves in Christopher Columbus's shoes. I hope you enjoy.
This is Brody and his boy Cars, and we're going to say a few words about what Columbus's point of view was when he sent his letter to the treasurer of Spain.
So this is Christopher Columbus' letter that he sent to the Queen Isabella. We highlighted a little bit of the parts that showed how he felt about the Native Americans. We are going to be interviewing two people, Columbus and Native Americans.
So, Christopher, what do you believe about the Native Americans?
Well, they're kind of timid. They don't have any weapons. That's one part. Also, they're very generous. They're unlike the Spanish. I mean, like they give us like many things. Wow, it must be like a birthday party all year long. The idea we have is that Christopher Columbus thought that Native Americans were uncivilized. Is that crazy or what? They were calling him generous, sweet, giving, kind, and now they're calling them uncivilized. Like, they thought they were like monsters, and they were uncivilized. Just like he owns them. Yeah.
The Indians, which were actually Native Americans, thought Christopher Columbus was a god, and in his letter they said that, but he might be like a little dramatic about that, and they thought he was a hero.
Overall, he was a real monster. He was really uncivilized, and so was Spain.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think Columbus was civilized.
So that's what Columbus' point of view was. And Tanner and Tucker out.
Asking a teacher if they would do anything differently next time is a very tricky question, because by nature we are perfectionists, and by nature these students are perfectionists, or at least want to do their very best, as all the time, as often as possible. One thing I'm going to do in the future is schedule in my lesson planning time to actually come reshoot. Several students, when they self-evaluated, they watched others, they complimented others, and they saw things that they wanted to add into their own flip grids. We enjoy watching each other's flip grids, we enjoy watching each other's videos, but because the self-evaluation sheet drove them to purposefully watch, many of them found places where they felt like they had fallen short in their expression of understanding, and they really wanted to go back and reshoot. Currently, we are writing our culminating writing task to answer a very complex question about Christopher Columbus, the Columbian Exchange, and the treatment of Native Americans. Without lessons like this and the chance to talk out our ideas, the writing would be a monumental task. It's a monumental task anyway, but because we've had these building blocks, we've had different ways to express ourselves, my students are better off today working on their writing tasks than they would have been without it. So that is where it fits into our timeline. I can't think of anybody who would see what we do every day, and when I say we, I mean these kids, and not be blown away by just the immeasurables, the kindness, the creativity, the all for one, just come see it. That would be the one thing I would want the panel to know, is that you've got to see it. When I say it, again, I mean them. You've got to see them to believe them. Thank you for watching.